Welcome to TNN's Daily Headline and Prophecy News with your host and angel of truth, Joan of Arc. Joan will be sharing truth-filled, hard-hitting factual news on a daily basis covering the topics of health, financial, geopolitical issues, and more. So please join Joan as she covers the news in these prophetic times. And remember, the truth shall set you free. We also want to introduce you to our friends at Divine Source Solutions, your divine source for health, prosperity and spiritual growth. They are a diverse group of believers, pastors, doctors, social workers, teachers, public servants, business owners, parents, Native American tribal leaders and more. United by their shared faith in a loving God. Whether you are dealing with health issues, lost a job, losing a home, food scarcity concerns or struggling to prosper financially, they will partner with you to create a workable solution based on your current situation. They share our belief here at Trinity News Network, that there are no governmental or political solutions to the problems we are facing in this fallen world. So their health and prosperity care ministries were created to coach you with spiritually and professionally based real-life solutions to stay healthy and prosper in these difficult times. You may choose to achieve this through a combination of attending their self-paced 52-week video blog Bible study series, online sermons through Fire and Grace Church, free health coaching and weight management guidance, prayer assistance, additional daily headline and prophecy news and more. You can reach out to them at www.divinesourcesolutions.org. We are also proud of our friends at the Support Local Foundation and their humanitarian efforts in restoring health and prosperity, one community at a time. Their local featured small business owners are offering simple local solutions to complex problems in a community near you. So check them out at www.supportlocalfoundation.org. So here's your host and angel of truth, Joan of Arc.
Hello, this is Joan of Arc, your host and angel of truth with Trinity News Network, where the truth shall set you free. Welcome and thanks for joining me on this Friday, January 6, 2023. So, let's get started on the latest with foreign policy in the news. Fading color revolutions. The reality is that most governments and their educated classes are now well aware of Soros-style color revolutions fomented by US-backed NGOs and clandestine agencies. As US-led efforts continue to damage middle and educated classes globally, the appeal of the 2010-era idealistic, Twitter-driven protest movement gimmicks will gradually lose its appeal. With Soros entering his twilight years, which globalist scion will take up the cause of shaping emerging markets under the guise of spreading democracy. Expect to see a few more attempts to stoke the fires of instability by Western spooks and their Silicon Valley partners, but most likely these will fizzle out as quickly as they spring up. 2022 saw a reboot the color revolution template in Iran, with women rights being the central battle cry. The Western government media complex will continue their push to try and destabilize Iran in 2023, so get ready for a continuation of this media narrative. But in the end, headscarf on their own are not enough to create a new revolution in Iran, much to the dismay of Western liberals and feminists coagulating on Western Twitter. The reality is that most of these domestic events fade to grey as soon as the West begins to threaten or increase sanctions on Iran. Those threats are normally at the behest of neocons and the Israeli lobby, so expect more tough talk on Iran, especially as GOP presidential candidates in the US begin their run and jockeying for campaigning donations in May. So, let's get started on the latest with health policy in the news. FDA clears path for abortion pills at pharmacies. Emergency rooms are now being flooded with women suffering from serious, life-threatening complications. The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, will allow pharmacies to dispense the abortion-inducing drug mifepristone, the agency announced Tuesday. The FDA previously only allowed certain mail-order pharmacies to dispense the drugs under a pandemic-related rule change, and prior to that, medical professionals had to dispense the pills to women directly, according to the Wall Street Journal. Under the new rules, Pharmacies can fill out a short application to become certified to provide chemical abortion pills, according to the FDA. Eliminating medically unnecessary restrictions on medication abortion is critical for improving access, Planned Parenthood wrote in response to the news. The pills still won't be available through pharmacies in 12 states that ban abortion or in the 18 states that require a physician to be physically present to prescribe a patient abortion pills, according to the WSJ. Pro-life advocates have warned that easier access to abortion pills without medical supervision can put women at increased risk of adverse events. Mifepristone does not treat ectopic pregnancies, and women with undiagnosed ectopic pregnancies may not seek treatment in time and risk hemorrhaging and death, according to the Charlotte Lozier Institute. Women who miscalculate gestational age and undergo chemical abortions later in their pregnancy than intended are at a higher risk of requiring surgery and of developing an infection. The Biden administration has once again proved that it values abortion industry profits over women's safety and unborn children's lives, even while studies show emergency rooms are being flooded with women suffering from serious, life-threatening complications caused by abortion drugs. Susan B. Anthony, Pro-Life America President Marjorie Dannenfelser said in a statement. Chemical abortion pills can cause dangerous complications including hemorrhage and infection, and complications are more likely when pills are dispensed without medical screening or follow-up care. Abortions pills have come to the forefront of the abortion debate since the June 24 overturning of Roe v. Wade, which cleared the way for states to implement restrictions on abortion. Some doctors have been prescribing abortion pills to patients who are not pregnant as an advanced measure in defiance of the FDA's recommendations, and pharmaceutical vendors have flooded the online market with illegal, unregulated abortion pills. So, let's get started on the latest with economy in the news. Car owners strain as more loan payments soar to $1,000. The percentage of U.S. consumers paying at least $1,000 a month for their cars soared to a record, adding to concerns that borrowers may be getting in over their heads. Almost 16% of consumers who financed a new car in the fourth quarter have monthly payments reaching that level, up from 10.5% a year earlier, according to data collected by Edmunds.com Inc., a provider of data on the automotive industry. The share of auto owners paying that much was just 6.7% in the fourth quarter of 2020. Used car prices have been softening over the past few months, and banks are warning of trouble ahead in auto loans, a potential wave of missed loan payments, followed by repossessions should consumers owe more than the cars are worth. In the meantime, auto debt continues to climb and the average new car price has soared to a record of almost $50,000. Wall Street is holding its breath as the threat of a recession looms, which has the potential to hurt both borrowers and lenders. Outstanding U.S. auto loans rose to $1.52 trillion in the third quarter of 2022, up from $1.44 trillion a year earlier, while remaining slightly lower than student loan debt and far below mortgage debt, which totaled almost $11.70 trillion, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. The pandemic was a boom time for the sale of both used and new cars, but as we shifted toward an environment with diminished used car values and rising interest rates over the past few months, consumers have become less insulated from those riskier loan decisions, and we are only seeing the tip of the negative equity iceberg, Ivan Drury, director of insights at Edmunds, said in a statement. The average annual percentage rate for new vehicles rose to 6.5% in the fourth quarter from 5.7% in the previous 3 months and 4.1% a year earlier, according to Edmunds. That's prompting some shoppers to have second thoughts about pre-ordered vehicles and increasing the number of vehicles sitting in showrooms. For the first time in a year and a half to 2 years, customers are backing out of some pre-sold vehicles and there are cars hitting the lot that aren't pre-sold. David Christ, head of Toyota Motor Corporation brand sales in the U.S., said in an interview, citing higher borrowing costs. Interest rates for new cars have gone up significantly. Auto buyers are more vulnerable than many other borrowers to falling victim to predatory lending practices. On Wednesday, New York Attorney General Letitia James and the U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau sued Credit Acceptance Corporation, accusing the subprime auto lender of luring thousands of low-income individuals into unaffordable high-interest car loans. The company said in a statement that the complaint is without merit and it will vigorously defend ourselves in this matter. Mark Cohen, a Vanderbilt University professor who has studied bias in the auto lending industry, said he's less concerned about $1,000 car loan payments and more worried about the type of borrower taking on debt with such obligations. The $1,000 a month payment is not necessarily a problem by itself, he said in an email. What matters is who is paying that amount. For the median household currently earning about $70,000 annually, that would be roughly 17% of their monthly income, while the typical payment-to-income ratio is closer to the 4% to 6% range for most car buyers. So, let's get started on the latest with natural health in the news. How to support the gut health-immune system connection. Given how much attention gut health has been given in recent years, along with the soaring popularity of supplements such as probiotics, you're probably aware that a healthy, properly functioning gut is key to a healthy immune system. How is the gut related to the immune system? The immune system-gut connection is a complex topic, one that researchers are constantly still learning about. We know that billions of beneficial bacteria are present within all of us, forming what's called our microbiomes. The microbiome is an internal ecosystem that benefits us in many ways, including by helping us to absorb nutrients, keeping us healthy overall, regulating our appetite and body weight, and much more. This community of microbes living inside each and every one of us is mostly located inside our digestive systems or guts. Just how much of the immune system is located in the gut? It's now believed that the gut houses between 70% and 80% of all immune cells. How the immune system and gut are connected? Amazingly, it's estimated that within the body there are slightly more microorganisms than there are human cells, mostly concentrated within the GI tract. It's now believed that overall gut health can contribute to overall health. This is why maintaining the integrity of the gut as well as overall gut health are crucial aspects of health. The presence of bacteria, specifically the good guys kind called probiotics, plays a role between the gut microbiota and immune system. What are probiotics? They are microorganisms introduced into the body for their beneficial qualities. They help to balance the ratio of non-beneficial bacteria and beneficial bacteria. How does gut bacteria support a healthy immune system exactly? Probiotic supplements and foods contain good guy bacteria that populate your gut and support its health. Certain gut bacteria can impact how your body extracts nutrients from your diet, including vital minerals and nutrients like zinc, iron and vitamin B12. Generally speaking, some microbes influence gene expression, either positively or negatively. And because there are pathways between the central nervous system and microbiome that send signals back and forth to one another, your gut flora can affect how you produce neurotransmitters, which impacts your energy, outlook and sleep. To support a healthy gut and a healthy immune system, it's important to eat a nourishing diet. The foods you eat, the types and amounts of bacteria you're exposed to on a daily basis, along with your stress levels, sleep, exercise and genetics all play a role in establishing your gut microbiome. Low nutrient availability and more can all take a toll on your gut and immune system health. Probiotic-rich, fermented foods include kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt and apple cider vinegar. As previously explained, these probiotic foods provide the gut microbiota and immune system with beneficial bacteria to support a healthy gut and a healthy immune system. They can also boost the diversity of gut flora in your microbiome, which seems to offer some benefits. So, let's get started on the latest with prophecy in the news. Iran vows revenge on Soleimani killers, including Trump, 93 other Americans. To mark the third anniversary of a seismic assassination, a number of Iranian officials have vowed revenge for the slaying of iconic military leader Qasem Soleimani at the hands of the United States on January 3, 2020, for which 94 citizens, including then-President Donald Trump, are being blamed. The list of suspects, which has yet to be made public, was announced Tuesday by Qasem Garibabadi, who serves as the Iranian judiciary's vice president for international affairs and secretary-general of Iran's human rights headquarters. While those indicted hailed from several countries, including 17 from Iraq, where Soleimani was killed, and an unspecified number from Germany and the United Kingdom, Gharibabadi said that, currently, the indictment focuses on American defendants, according to the official Islamic Republic news agency. This case now has 94 defendants from America, Gharibabadi said. All the necessary documents have been collected by the judicial authorities and at least 3 complete volumes about these 94 defendants are ready. Of these 94, he said the 3 main accused are Trump, his then Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and then U.S. Central Command Chief Marine Corps General Kenneth McKenzie. No person will be immune from judicial proceedings, Gharibabadi warned. The issued indictment fully accuses these 3 people, and the judicial system is handling it, and in this way, there is no obstacle in the judicial system before us. While he said Iranian officials had received cooperation from their counterparts in Iraq, where the Supreme Judicial Council has also issued a warrant for Trump's arrest, he said that the US and the 2 European countries have not cooperated with requests. As such, he argued that Iranian courts were prepared to go forth with the prosecution against their nationals unilaterally in accordance with the 1973 Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of Crimes against Internationally Protected Persons, including diplomatic agents. Iranian military leaders have also vowed to strike back at those deemed responsible for the killing of Soleimani, who held the rank of Major General, and led the elite Islamic Revolutionary Guard, IRGC, Quds force at the time of his killing. Among those who perished alongside the Iranian military leader was Abu Mahdi al-Mohandis, deputy commander of the Popular Mobilization Forces, an influential umbrella of militias. A statement issued Monday by the IRGC asserted that taking revenge against the perpetrators and killers of the martyr Soleimani as soon as possible is a definite and inviolable manner. Iranian Defense Minister Mohammad Reza Gharaeh Ashtiani also issued a warning on Monday, stating that avenging the blood of General Soleimani is on the permanent agenda of the country's armed forces, and the commanders and perpetrators of this cowardly assassination will receive the disgraceful punishment at a time and place they do not even think about, and the Islamic Republic of Iran will determine its time and place. The fingers of the soldiers of this land are on the trigger for that historical moment, he added. Others to weigh in included IRGC Major General Hossein Salami, who told a news outlet associated with Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's office that, at present, the revenge has turned into a strategy, a wish, an aspiration and a starting point, as well as Iranian Armed Forces Chief of Staff Major General Mohammad Hossein Bagheri, who asserted that revenge against the masterminds and perpetrators of General Soleimani's assassination will never be removed from the agenda of the youths of the Muslim world and his devotees across the world. For more information related to Bible study support, getting closer to God, staying healthy, food scarcity solutions and more, visit our friends at www.divinesourcesolutions.org.
Thanks again for tuning in with us at TNN's Daily Headline and Prophecy News with your host and angel of truth, Joan of Arc. Please join Joan every weekday, Monday through Friday, as she continues to cover hard-hitting, truth-filled news topics in these prophetic times. And remember, the truth shall set you free.